Have you ever pondered how materialism might be influencing your relationships? In the bustling world we live in today, materialism has silently crept into our lives, subtly shaping our values, behaviors, and relationships. Materialism, at its core, is the desire to acquire and possess physical objects. From the latest smartphones to designer clothes, luxury cars to lavish homes, our society is increasingly driven by the pursuit of material goods. This seemingly harmless pursuit, however, carries with it a profound influence on our relationships. When we focus on accumulating material possessions, we tend to overlook the non-tangible aspects of our lives, such as love, compassion, understanding, and connection, which are the very essence of any healthy relationship. Materialism, like a double-edged sword, can create a facade of happiness and satisfaction while simultaneously eroding the depth and authenticity of our relationships. It's like trying to fill a bottomless pit. The more we acquire, the more we want, leaving little room for emotional fulfillment and personal growth. When materialism takes over, our relationships become transactional. We start to measure the worth of our relationships based on the material benefits we derive from them. This breeds a culture of comparison and competition, where relationships are strained and shallowness seeps in. Moreover, excessive materialism can lead to financial stress and insecurity, further straining our relationships. It creates a vicious cycle of endless wanting, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and discontentment. However, understanding the intricacies of materialism is the first step towards mitigating its impact. By recognizing its influence, we can consciously choose to focus on the immaterial aspects of our lives, fostering deeper, more meaningful relationships. Now let's delve into some real-life cases to better understand the profound impact of materialism on relationships. Imagine a couple, both successful professionals, living in a glamorous world full of luxuries. They're the epitome of high society, draped in designer clothing, dining at exclusive restaurants, and jetting off to exotic locations on a whim. This might sound like the dream life, doesn't it? But let's delve a little deeper. Their relationship, at first glance, appears perfect, but it's built on a shaky foundation of material possessions rather than genuine emotional connections. They're like two swans, gliding gracefully on the surface but paddling furiously beneath to keep up with their extravagant lifestyle. Their conversations revolve around the latest luxury cars, the most expensive jewelry, or the next opulent vacation. The shared moments that should be about love, understanding, and shared dreams are instead overshadowed by the dazzling glare of materialism. The allure of this high society life, the endless pursuit of the next big thing, inevitably leads to dissatisfaction. There's always a more luxurious car, a bigger house, a rarer piece of art. The couple finds themselves in a perpetual race, not against each other, but together against an insatiable desire for more. Their relationship, once a sanctuary of shared dreams and aspirations, has become a battleground of discontent. This relentless pursuit of material possessions strains their relationship. They begin to measure their happiness by the number of zeros in their bank account, the size of their mansion, the brand of their car. They're left with a hollow feeling of emptiness, a void that no amount of wealth can fill. Their relationship, once a source of joy and comfort, now feels like a transaction, a means to an end. And as they accumulate more, they lose sight of what truly matters: the emotional bond, the shared laughter, the quiet moments of understanding and compassion. The very essence of their relationship is eroded by their obsession with material possessions. As we see, the quest for more can sometimes leave us with less of what truly matters. Consider a friendship where one friend is always obsessed with the latest trends and gadgets. Picture this. You have a friend, let's call them Alex. Alex is always up to date with the latest smartphone models, the trendiest clothing brands, and the swankiest restaurants. When you're around Alex, it feels like you're living in a continuous feed of a glossy lifestyle magazine. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with Alex's love for the finer things. Every time you hang out, Alex's conversation is dominated by these material possessions. It's always about the newest tech gadget they've got their hands on, or the expensive vacation they're planning. Slowly, you start to feel a sense of inadequacy. You begin to question your own lifestyle choices, your own priorities. You wonder if you're not doing enough, not earning enough, not living enough. You see, materialism has a way of spreading. It's like a virus infecting those around it. This obsession with material goods can create a chasm in your friendship. You might find yourself withdrawing, feeling unable to relate to Alex's world of constant consumption. The shared experiences and mutual interests that once formed the bedrock of your friendship start to erode. The conversations that used to be about dreams, ideas, and shared experiences are now replaced by discussions about price tags and brand names. And this is where the strain begins to show. The joy of companionship becomes overshadowed by the pressure of keeping up with Alex's lifestyle. The friendship, once a source of comfort and camaraderie, becomes a constant reminder of what you don't have. In such a scenario, it's not hard to see how materialism can sour the sweetest of friendships. It can create an environment of competition and comparison, replacing camaraderie with discontent. It can make us forget that the essence of friendship lies not in what we own, but in who we are and the memories we create together. Indeed, materialism can sow seeds of discontent even in friendships. But what's happening psychologically when materialism takes center stage in our relationships? It's a question worth pondering, isn't it? As we delve deeper, we uncover a myriad of ways in which materialism can impact our emotional and mental well-being, especially within the context of relationships. First off, materialism can breed insecurity. When we put too much emphasis on possessions, we can start to feel insecure about our own worth. We might begin to worry that we're not good enough, not successful enough, not wealthy enough. These insecurities can then seep into our relationships, causing us to doubt our partners and ourselves. Next, there's the issue of inadequacy. When we measure our worth by material possessions, we set ourselves up for a constant feeling of inadequacy. There's always a newer car, a bigger house, a more expensive watch. It's a never-ending cycle, isn't it? And when we feel inadequate, it's difficult to feel happy or content in our relationships. We're too busy worrying about what we don't have. Then, there's the trap of constant comparison. In a materialistic society, it's easy to fall into the habit of comparing ourselves to others. We look at what our friends, colleagues, or neighbors have, and we feel a pang of envy. This constant comparison can be incredibly harmful to our relationships. It can lead us to resent our partners for not providing us with the same level of material wealth, even if they're providing us with love, support, and companionship. Moreover, materialism can lead to a decrease in empathy. When we're so focused on material possessions, we may neglect the emotional needs of our partners. We may become less sensitive to their feelings and concerns, which can lead to a lack of understanding and connection in the relationship. Clearly, materialism does more than just strain relationships. It can cause psychological distress too. So let's think twice before we allow materialism to eclipse the true essence of our relationships. So, what does all this mean for our relationships? We've explored the intricate dance of materialism, seen it play out in the lives of a high society couple, and witnessed its impact on friendships. We've delved into the psychological implications, and now we're left to ponder the true essence of relationships. Our journey has shown us that materialism, when allowed to take the driver's seat, can lead to strained relationships and a sense of shallowness. It's a dangerous path to tread, as it masks the real value of human connections under the guise of tangible possessions. But let's not forget what truly matters. Relationships aren't built on the bedrock of material possessions. They're constructed on the pillars of emotional connections, shared experiences, and mutual respect. It's the late-night conversations, the shared laughter, the mutual support during tough times, and the joy of experiencing life together that form the heart and soul of our relationships. Material possessions can be lost, stolen, or outgrown. But memories, experiences, they are timeless. They are the threads that weave our lives together, creating a tapestry that's uniquely ours. These are the things that give our lives depth, richness, and meaning. It's about the genuine heart-to-heart talks that happen over a simple cup of coffee. It's about the shared excitement of exploring a new city together. It's about standing by each other in times of crisis, proving that the bond you share is stronger than any storm. It's about celebrating each other's successes and learning from the failures. So, as we navigate through this journey called life, let's put the spotlight where it truly belongs, on the people we love, the experiences we share, and the growth we experience together. Let's move past the superficial allure of materialism and embrace the profound depth of true connections. Remember, it's not the material things but the shared moments and emotional bond that truly enrich our relationships.